So also provincial member. That's how they knocked me out.
Oh, provincial member.
Yeah, that's how they knocked me out as a candidate for PM. Because they said I'm not a regional member, I'm a provincial member. So
Really?
they said that was incorrect. So Marape's private business committee threw out my nomination.
You gotta be kidding.
No. It's true. They said it on the floor of Parliament.
Oh my goodness. Well, Gava, successful testing of ICT control systems to ensure responsible use of Facebook. As if we didn't have enough law and order issues, and now we'll go past on Facebook. Governor, how have you been seeing this country moving in the last couple of weeks?
Very strong Muslim countries. This is what they do. Russia does this. China does this. Yep. So basically, we are doing what those countries are doing and have done before. And in South America previously, and
these days, unless you're using a VPN, in any case. But apart from that, just what's been circulating around in WhatsApp groups, and there was a talk about a strike happening today. Official message from ACP Turi and Metsup Silvasika, whom I think will be speaking with him at 10 a.m. later today, is that there will not be any protests or anything happening. And if we can't, then apart from that, and apart from signing an online petition, say for instance, or even an online poll, I mean, what other way is there for us to demonstrate dissent?
Well, first of all, protests in Papua New Guinea are becoming more and more violent. We know that. We already saw it with the January 10 riots last year.
Yes.
So we can't take the risk of it, and I agree with it. I also, in such a protest where crowds lose control and they start damaging property, guess who gets hit? The people that get hit are the public. So the target of the protest, they don't get hit. Business houses get hit. I'm wearing a three-piece suit, shiny shoes, follow the Prime Minister to another country, collect heavy travel allowances. They love that. They love the attention. They love being the big boy. They go to their village, people roll out the red carpet. They love that. So you target that. You take that away from them. When an MP feels that posting on Facebook, protest on WhatsApp, protest on Instagram, or protest on, what's the other one? YouTube or Twitter or whatever. Just start protesting. He's answerable to the minister now. That's the problem. So he gets his orders from Peter Siamelili Jr. That's what the act essentially does, and that's what we try to stop on the floor of Parliament. But Olga the member, Master Solo Bianim James Marapera, and figure out what's the best way, because what the government is going to try to do is they're going to try and knock out our challenges on technicalities, yeah? So we are trying to figure out the best road to go in and challenge. We're going to challenge the non-justiciability of now. Opposition members are actually paying from their pocket. This is the other problem that we face. You see, this is a government that is so intent to hold on to power that all passing get a rot here. They're basically closing down. Well, I don't even think they listen to their kids anymore, because if they listen to their kids would have told them, Dad, you need to leave the government. It's embarrassing. You know what I mean?
Also on the next one, FM 100 TalkBack show, question for the governor coming in saying,
the worst thing is this. Peter Siamelili Jr. comes out with a public statement, basically, very proud of his efforts to shut down Facebook. All of us are. They use a flimsy excuse to say, all terrorists, all planning attack, all using Facebook, attack. Or some people shut him down Facebook. Hold on a minute. Facebook and public notice board there. 1 + 2 people, president of Bougainville, right? And he's demonstrating to Bougainvilleans how incompetent he is in public. Even Papua New Guineans can see that this man is incompetent. And, he wants to be the president of Bougainville. I think it's a shameful thing. And what's worse, the Minister for Communications, another Bougainvillean, corner right now. But the most important thing is that all the law you may make him, it has to be consistent with the Constitution. Yeah? The Constitution is a self-supporting document. So we feel that
the phone line's going off. We're going to start answering our calls immediately after our break. As I keep saying, I've got to pay my bills, people, just like all of you. Times are tough. The struggle is real. On the next one, FM 100 TalkBack show. Sorry, next question, Blue.
My next question is, Shuram Babugulusla, Bougainville anime. How much majority again by you games la independent law game? Islam question for me. People want to give number of local opinions and I want to number more.
We meeting in Longema. Sample man also long na all by working panamia committing crime finish na biyan all go post him on social media. I mean we've seen only cook him all marry na kill him all torture him all na only talk him sorcerer na deslakain na trangol murder him all mama na all legal girls. We've seen that on social media. So to me the evidence is already there on social media. Logo na hold him desla all trouble man ya. And then they decide that, the way to solve all these things is to shut down Facebook. Me at meeting was only shut him down because court case lo James Marape I'm on lo Monday. Or no like in Papua New Guinea, the terrorism bill. This all online antap lo enga all karim gun round na kill him all man na. This online where only antap lo Southern Highlands na Hela where all these tribal warlords are running around. They are not defined as terrorists in this particular bill. That's the that they could use to do precisely things like what they are doing now. There's a bill here. Intention is not to go after the terrorists up in Hela and Southern Highlands and Enga. We have terrorists up there. But this bill was not designed to go after them, you think, Ima. It was not designed to go after the people that are causing harm against our people. Nogatia. It's just an open-ended legislation that is up to the minister to decide. It's up to the minister to decide who a terrorist group is.
Goodness.
And that is.
So I just want to banning of the Facebook and the something that came up on the WhatsApp, some kind of rules or something of using the social media, There's some posts like with WhatsApp saying that if we're going against the government or something, and then
Every Papua New Guinean must understand that freedom of speech is guaranteed in the Constitution. Yes, speech that incites violence, speech that organizes, I guess, crimes against other people, and in order to do that, they need to remove your voice, your right to freedom of speech, which is fundamental and it's captured in the Constitution, and that's what they're trying to curtail.
Governor, just out of curiosity, in case there might be those that are in favor of the government listening to us.
And Papua New Guinea is slowly sliding towards we are now a hybrid. We are regarded as a hybrid, which is, we are halfway between a democracy and a totalitarian government. International organizations have already rated us like that. So we are on our way to be.
This is one Facebook. Facebook why minister gonna go on the because why Marape bagolo kota kind of freedom of speech. Elon Musk and legal process the all government US now and proxy down one freedom of speech all pastor Elon Musk America and protest now. Now freedom of speech America and 3 years now. Immediate protest. Look at government you look at interfere of police. Thanks, sir.
Lawrence, thank you, sir, to call me, my brother. You got good day, State 6. Thank you, sir. That was Lawrence from State 6. Some good point, eh?
No, look, Papua New Guineans are not stupid. Let me say that again. Papua New Guineans are not stupid. Wants to come in to regulate the behavior of people.
Yes.
The other day, I saw on Facebook 5 plus 6 plus manol repimo bla merilo 3 plus son. They videotaped themselves and they put it on Facebook.
Goodness.
I was disgusted. I couldn't watch the whole thing. Me looking at me. The only reason he is shutting it down is to protect the government. Who is the government? It's James Marape and about 60 people. That's all there. That's the government. So we are going to shut down and deny the rights of 10 million or 5 million Papua New Guineans to access this medium just to make 60 people happy?
How do the people in general across the country view the laws and understand the laws passed by Parliament that affect them? If the laws are consistent with the Constitution, should people be consulted prior to it being passed?
Look, first, ministers, if they are performing or not performing, that's not important. What's important is the project that they are delivering in their district. The laws that members of parliament are just expected to pass these laws.
So basically they're becoming rubber stamps.
That's all they are. 7 days. They said we got 7 days. You know what I found out later? The IMF loan depended on us passing that bill on the floor. That was one of the conditions of the IMF. So James Marape forced Parliament to pass that bill in order to get the IMF loan. This is what I found out later. Government MPs.
Look, I'd just like to make some quick points here. First of all, it's the worst government we've had in Papua New Guinea's history. It's the worst by far. And it's actually beaten the That's why I'd like to come to my last point here, Allan and Mr. Governor. Is a question, but I'd like to answer this question myself. The question is, what is the definition of dumb and stupid? What is it? What is the definition of dumb and stupid? Well, I'll tell you what it is. It's the voters of Papua New Guinea, the people of Papua New Guinea. That's what it is. That's the answer there. They need to rewrite the meaning of stars. They are not fit to get those. Only even fit to sinister opposition. Because they don't.
233 The governor will be leaving us very, very shortly. We'll take some last minute calls coming in as well. I'll take this one. Hello, FM 100 TalkBack. Good morning, FM 100 TalkBack.
Oh, yes, Culligan. Good morning. Okay, my name is Rosemary. I'm calling in from Gerhu.
Go ahead.
My question to the governor is, so the police commissioner centered around who is more at risk, and how are we going to move on from such a very statement that's quite, Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rosemary. Look, I think you answered all those questions yourself, and this is what I like. Smart Papua New Guineans aren't easily fooled, and this is what I think. Police minister, police commissioner, even prime minister, they wake up in the morning and they assume that Papua New Guineans are dumb, stupid people. So that even I didn't think they were that stupid to do it. I could have come out on Friday last week and warned Papua New Guineans that, look, your Facebook is going to go off on Monday, but I thought, I might look stupid if it doesn't go off. So, Minototoka, I didn't want to look under the NA government. The National Alliance government got criticized for the use of the RESI funds. Well, guess who was the education minister in charge? It was the Honourable James Marape. Suddenly, look at all the Paraka payments, that's now before the court. Who is the minister in charge? So to me, there's a trend there. You know what I mean? So Papua New Guineans are just waking up. And that was the reason I left government. It's the terrorist group. They don't even tell you. Or just make him up story tasolna. They're telling a lie and we are expected to believe the lie. And then, to make it worse, he goes and...
TalkBack show. We'll take one more call. Hello. Oh, pardon me. Hello, FM 100 TalkBack.
Morning, please. John from 617. I'll turn the volume down. Okay. Morning, Governor.
Morning, Drew.
Going forward from here, I can see the country disintegrating. And yes, just because of our own stupidity. Thank you, Drew, to end us all morning.
Chief, thank you too much. Good morning, thank you to restricting in. What reason constitutes activating the Terrorism Act to shut down Facebook? Why didn't they activate it to quell violence and killings in Enga? I think the police minister needs to do a public apology, restore Facebook, and hang his head in shame. His forefathers would have slapped him across the face of being so...
Connie.
Thank you, John. Go ahead.
Good morning, Culligan. I'm just trying to air some, views on what I think about the issue that's currently on Facebook.
Please go ahead.
Yes, and at the end of the day, the outcomes are the things we're seeing on the street and in the way people are living their lives. So, Facebook, it's just a tool for us to use. But see what's happening now, because of the way people are, using it.
What governor has brought this out in the National Parliament, probably talks about that terrorist bill. Okay, my first point is, once government shutting down Facebook, some of the,
Yesterday night, my small brother accessed Facebook. There's probably some people we get money to pay for our kids' school fee because government is making more money. The money is not coming down. So we do all these little things to make it. I'm shutting down Facebook and so Mr. Marabe and this police minister and this commissioner, they used to almost think twice before making something. Oh, that's my first point. My second point is all about terrorists here. When you have any terrorists now, when you have intelligence, when you create the information based upon a situation that rises in the country, you silence the intelligence report, you can say them can make him something come a big blah. There are some good intelligence people working behind. I believe we never need to fight terrorist group. We will still ask for assistance from Australia or New Zealand or the various different countries who come along, assisting along, fighting for terrorists now. You see, so they put somebody there as a buffer to all the information. They are working to protect the government of the day. So whenever we come here, police commissioner and them shamanly or creating a buffer zones here. You know, in military terms, you are putting off your line and protecting them. So that's a work of a very skillful intelligence among themselves. Lastly, most Australians are working beside those people. The former Australian advisors, they are now accessing the communication division of the police force. All time good said, system I make my research. We don't have a data of all the crimes that are happening throughout the country. That is why our commissioner and our bosses are so confused in how to combat crime in this country and imaging crimes coming up and the crimes that are coming up. How many weapons now is within the Port Moresby? I give an example. A Highlander owning a rent house here in the Port Moresby, he has a weapon. A Highlander owning a business inside the country or any big businessman, they have a weapon in Port Moresby. There is no police intelligence.
Definition of terrorism in the Counterterrorism Act 2024. What is the classification of purported acts of terrorism that count in that Counterterrorism Act 2024? For example, free flow of information to tribal warfare, in PNG as totalitarianism, a political system, a form of government that prohibits opposition from political parties, disregards and outlaws the political claims of individuals and groups of opposition to the state, and our people in good governor, Allan Bird. With all these comments and topics from good listeners with powerful feedback from the governor, one, if the police minister and his ministry are falling into a loophole which none of them are aware of, can the defense minister and his commander or troops take over the government till normalcy is restored? I don't know about that one. Two, can the members realize what is wrong?
You cannot take them to court for a criminal action or for a civil action. They've been indemnified. That's section 9. So that's the first thing that I want Papua New Guineans to understand. So anything that Commissioner or Line Bloem only working now, they've been indemnified under this act, which I think is wrong. And this is the thing. MIPLA, you know, this terrorism act is, I don't know, it's how many pages?
Joseph, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Hagen.
Joseph, Governor Bird online, please, my brother, go ahead.
Good morning, good morning. I would like to get my views as well on the anti-terrorism bill as well.
Sure, brother, go ahead.
I feel there's too much power has been given to only one person. It's more or less like a, some would say it's a dictatorship, sort of, but I feel that it's terrorism. Hello?
Yes.
I believe the amended act suggests that it can make decisions without checks and balances. And that's really, that's something that we really need to look at, we as Papua New Guineans. The new legal tender design, it makes people of law. It's concerning because for that, the militarization of financial enforcement, which is by far, it is a civilian matter. So considering the implications and the erosion of the financial safeguards, concentration of power in the NSC, even the potential abuse in the counterterrorism measures, it's military support, we anti-planting man start behind Leo as well. So thank you. Thank you, Colin.
Joseph, thank you so much for your call, my brother. Have a top day up in Hagen and offering an interesting perspective. Thank you, Strat.
Very interesting.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, here is the public or any section of the public, or finally affecting a group of persons identifiable by a shared custom, ethnicity, or a place of residence. Now, this is the thing. What sort of terrorist threats do we face in Papua New Guinea? Well, we know for a fact that our for the minister to decide who is a terrorist. And to me, that's frightening. We should not allow one person to define who. And if the prime minister picks up the phone and rings him and says, oh, shut down Facebook because Monday I'm going to court, there might be a terrorist act. He just goes ahead and shuts down Facebook. Well, that's the justification right there. That's the danger of laws like this that are not very specific. And I already read Section 9 to you. If anybody is out there protesting today and Commissioner Manning tells the police, shoot to kill, and they shoot to kill, they're not even bothered about fixing up the problems associated with grey listing. What was the priority? Passing a new income tax act so we can get another IMF loan. That was the priority last week.
On the next one, FM 100 TalkBack show, an agenda on petitions hardly used by MPs. Would it be proper for the students to present their points to the MP for lay open as a petition? He can then present that to present their concerns to Parliament under the petition agenda. I'm sure this will open the floodgates of petitions through MPs.
The Speaker will always ask, are there any, before he goes to question time, he will say, are there any petitions? Last time a member for Wawaria decided to use it.
Wow.
Are there any petitions? Are there any notices? And then he'll go, question time. So there is an avenue, like for instance, if Papua New Guineans put together a petition, or Sepik was 50 years ago, that mechanism still exists, but we hardly use it. So I advised a group of my friends last time to my schoolmates and professional colleagues who were unhappy with the way things were going in the country. And I said, look, write up a petition, all of you sign it, and I can go and present it in Parliament, read it out, and then make it a part of the records. And that protest can be, that petition can be held in the
message coming through. Also, this one says, good morning. These are the WhatsApp messages coming in saying, good morning, gentlemen. I have a concern with the Terrorism Act, which states a shoot to kill at the whim of the minister responsible. We did not win the Bougainville War. It's we headed. That's Tomikael at Waigani. Thank you, Tomas. This one says, morning, Mr. Tanda and Honourable Governor Allan Bird. I just wanted to raise a point regarding a post yesterday about Honourable Peter O'Neill's theory for the Facebook ban during the PMGM's testimony. Any thoughts on that, Governor? I think the Governor's soundly answered that. On the next one, FM 100 TalkBack, Leslie from 9 Mile. Leslie, thank you, Tomas. And again, Governor, public scrutiny many times. But I'm also single and calling you Tanda with no rain or something.
Look, we all get criticized, and many times I don't like criticism, but we chose to go into this line of work. And putting one post here, hey, by look him 10,000 like na love na amas 1,000 comments na. Now one story blood James Marabe come up inside long. Facebook. Oh, WhatsApp. Being hated by everyone. Who did that? He did it himself. Whether by the way he ran the country or the way he selected ministers or, the way he is passing bills on the floor of Parliament, he achieved all of this by himself. No another man make him. The public forum where the criticism is coming from. And you see, the thing that I worry about, and I think Julius said it, when we were trying to change government last year on the steps of Parliament, and that is this. When they shut down Facebook, and one of my friends said to me that people felt like they were suffocating. Right? There's no solutions around the corner. We had someone complaining about them paying a lot of money to get Panadol.
Yep.
People are still, that frustration is still there. Now, my fear is, suppose you pass him rot blow, people blow you mill or rouse him this la bell heavy blow. All by pain him narbla rot logo na rouse him bell heavy because this la bell hat na bell heavy am stop yet. You haven't solved that problem. You see, Facebook was merely an outlet. It caused those problems. All problemnya is that Facebook just gave people a voice. Years ago when, about 2017, 2018, somebody came out and said this to me. They said, look, we have a privilege on the floor. There's only 119 of us that have that privilege out of 15 million Papua New Guineans. We are only 18 or 19 that have that privilege. So, Plesblo people remember, Plesblo people. And Papua New Guinea people, they no longer feel the pain of the people. They say they do, but their actions show something else. You see, I would not shut down Facebook because I understand that all Papua New Guineans also bellat, na cross, na frustrated. Yeah, all by going to terrorists are plotting an attack on Papua New Guinea, and that plot is developing on Facebook. Wow. Even the dumbest person on this earth would not believe that. And they're expecting Papua New Guineans. And Papua New Guineans are like dumbfounded. They're like, huh? These guys are all on the same team. One score him goal half now, local score him own goal, all that stuff. Soccer players will understand that. Or rugby league, you had him na go school or try Monday. You say, meet talk side to solo you are. Maskilo signing memo na talk. Payment or not payment, me ringing you on the phone. Yeah. The authority is on the phone. I'm telling you now, I am going to shut Facebook on Monday, brata. Or talk place legally, I don't know, whatever language. He didn't even kind of illustrated it for you. I long man straight by making this lakanya. And Papua New Guineans are scratching their head. Me, like my head is aching thinking about it. I can't even believe they did this. It's like, and young kids in school are looking at this and thinking, oh my God, these are the people running. Self is getting its messages out on radio and whatever, on Facebook, using an illegal connection. Now, work that out. I mean, my brain is hurting. Again.
Well, that's right. Just apologies to our listeners watching via our live stream as well. Quality is a bit shaky and bagarabili sort to mazimi start with this like an heavy straight. All manus at watch low.
Visit our Facebook page. Go to Facebook, search Nesfan TalkBack Show -FM100, hit like and follow us. You can also inbox your views directly to our Facebook page.
I saw people
well, the food from the next door is making me hungry. I don't know the first thing about. Hold it right there.
The midday show has got you covered.
I feel good.
Delicious recipes prepared with love.
The Magic Midday Show,
Weekdays from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m.
on FM 100, your information and music leader.
Introducing BSP's One Talk Wallet. No bank account, no problem. Just dial *131# to activate and start transacting.
Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'll be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
I didn't even hear but he's just
Well, the food from the next door is making me hungry. I don't know the first thing about. Hold it right there.
The midday show has got you covered.
I feel good.
Delicious recipes prepared.
Convenient banking. Use BSP mobile banking to do your everyday banking. Dial *131# for payments, funds transfer, and purchase mobile and ISAPay top-ups. Go branchless and start banking on the go with BSP mobile banking. Register now at your nearest BSP branch. Terms and conditions apply.
BSP, our bank.
On FM 100.
Freestyler.
FM 100. Nesfund FM 100 Talkback Show. Your input matters. Call now on 323-3777 or 323-3999.
On the Nest FM 100 Talkback Show, you can start calling up right now before the governor leaves. He's going to be taking over the next couple of minutes, the next 5 minutes, in fact. So please, if you want to have your say this morning, 3233 3233 And this one all the way from Lay, Soy Mangak, saying, please, no good awareness now, all closing Facebook here, please. One problem na this government passing Facebook, kung people like him, James Marapen, police minister, belong him, Peter Samley.
Thanks for the opportunity, by the way. Good day to you.
No worries, my brother. Your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Goka. The name's Max.
Go ahead, Max.
All right. I can agree that it would definitely be to the betterment of Penji if the MPs actually know what they are actually voting for and not just merely blind voting. I'm not convinced most MPs actually know what they are voting for and the ramifications of their proposed policies. And while we're thankful to everyone and a good governor for this talk, I'm just curious, any possibility you can extend an invite to the Prime Minister or someone from the government or commissioner to come and join such discussions so that people can actually feel heard? As is, it seems that they're operating in a world of their own. Maybe and hopefully they can include us in the world they are in, or at the very least enlighten us. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Thank you so much. Your points are noted.
Look, the intelligence of Papua New Guineans surprises me sometimes, and Max is just one of. He's obviously a very smart Papua New Guinean. Look, me, I believe in consultation and doing things properly so that people are aware. We hold public offices. Even the Commissioner of Police is a public office, right? So there's got to be ample warning given to the people before you do these things. I mean, look, even the minister in charge of communication wasn't aware of what they were doing. So that says a lot about, how they're conducting their counterterrorism operations. But in any case, look, I'm just happy. I'm going to see if they can find peaceful ways of protesting where they don't put themselves at risk and they don't put, the public at risk. And I want to commend the students at Unitec, if what I'm seeing on social media is correct about the way they conducted the protest against the things that are happening in our country. And Parliament have been treating you, how they've been treating you with disdain and contempt, then I know we've got a faulty electoral system. I'm still chairman of the committee, and I want to assure you that I'm going to do my best with my committee to hold the electoral process accountable and make sure that we have free and fair elections in 2027. What I want to ask the people of Papua New Guinea is this. Take responsibility. Let's do this smartly, and let's do this in such a way that all members of parliament, all by pilim na all by harim talk. Members of parliament are happy with the privilege they have now. They're members of parliament, ministers. Ibla looking all travel overseas close to na. Round, yeah. It's such a wonderful life for them. I don't know about them, but me, I struggle to sleep in hotel na this line. I'm just saying. So, threaten them with taking away that privilege and you will see them react very quickly, these members of parliament. You organize in your country. It's one of the things that, Grand Chief said, Michael Samara said, Julius, and all of these amazing people, our founding fathers put together for you. So use that right. And some of us who are here, we will try our best to make sure that the systems are conducive so your voices can be heard in 2027. There's a bell heart na, there's a frustration you feel him now, remember that frustration that you try to, they're going to try to rig the system so they can win the elections. They're going to try to pay off counting officials. They're going to try to pay off police and other security forces na kind of semia. A lot of these security forces and counting people, I'm all relatives blomiblana, all wantok blomiblana. They also live in this country. Yeah? So let's be smart about how we reach out to those people and make sure there's a kind of passing where, all the members of parliament become beholden to the prime minister. They just live at his beck and call. I think that needs to change. And so I think Papua New Guineans need to organize. You may all come together now, one plus big plus strong plus voice. Now you may talk enough of this nonsense. Let's do things properly. Let's allow time to debate, understand laws. If we are going to amend the constitution, go back and ask that. We need to have better law and order. We need, power, we need water, we need healthcare to be working properly, education systems to be, services to be working properly, we need jobs, we need all those things. But right now, the focus of the government is in shutting down Facebook. That's not good enough. And I think all Papua New Guineans need to come out and in one voice and say, no, na inap. Stop him, like a long passing, you plus make him long. So I think that's the message for today. And I want to thank everyone that's sort of listening, Kaligan, you and your team. And I want to say to all of those people that are working for government, if you can't see the damage that you're doing to this country, I thank you, Kaligan. I know you got to get paid too. I work for the people of Papua New Guinea, so I got to get back to the committee. And to all the listeners out there that are listening,